guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Brittany. I'll be doing another Brittany's Book Corner. As you can tell, I'm by myself. I'm in front of my bookshelf. So here we go. So first, I'm going to start with my book haul. You guys probably watched my July and August. Since then, I got a couple more in August. One being Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is going to be our September book of the month, so watch out for our review of this mid-October. Usually we just kind of wing it with that. Next, I went to Half Price Books and got Thunderhead by Neal Shusterman. I plan on reading the Scythe series probably in November. The Toll comes out, huge anticipated read for a lot of BookTube, so I'm jumping on that bandwagon. I'll be reading that probably end of October, early November. And then I couldn't pass up on The Gentleman's Guide of Vice and Virtue Owl Crate Edition. I got this from Half Price Books for I think $8, so that's pretty neat. Came with all of the fixings from the Owl Crate, so that was pretty cool. So I'm really excited about that. So that's hanging out on my shelf. So I also picked up a copy of Serpent and Dove, one of the most anticipated books on BookTube, by Shelby Mahurin. I'm really excited about this just because of all the hype around it, and this cover is gorgeous. So I'll probably be picking this up soon. And then of course, I picked up When She Reigns by Jodi Meadows because dragons. If you guys have been following this channel for a little bit, you know that myself and Sarah are obsessed with dragons. So as soon as I started getting back into reading in April, May, Callison's like, you need to read this. It's about dragons. It's great. And I read it and it's great. So without further ado, my most recent reads. So this is what I read this month. I mean, it is still middle of September. I plan on reading a couple more. But so far, it's been all about dragons. Stormrise comes out next Tuesday, and as soon as I get my hands on that, I'll be reading it, which is another dragon story. So just September has been the month of dragons for Brittany. This story, if you don't know, is about a girl named Mira. She struggles with anxiety and panic attacks, as well as being in charge of being the spokesperson for her council. And she doesn't necessarily always agree with what she has to say, but nonetheless, she goes along with it. She has a very emotionally abusive mother. That's the best I can describe it. She's nitpicked, and she's never shown any love from her mom. It's always based on her appearance and needing to stay perfect. And one little flaw will make it seem like her world is falling apart, because the only thing she knows is that she's beautiful and that she's needed because how pretty she is. But that kind of unravels because her and her friends find out a plot to sell the dragons to their long enemy, the Algadia Empire. And when she brings it to the council and like, this is happening, why is this happening? You should know about it, do something. She's sent to what is called the Pit, which is pretty much a dungeon prison. And there she meets a couple people and they form friendships, and throughout the series she has to learn to control this power that she doesn't really understand, and she escapes the pit with these friends, and the council betrays her, and it's just a whole series full of strength, finding them, she finds herself, and most importantly to me, dragons. So I just finished it today actually, and it was a beautiful ending. Everything that I needed was there. There was action, there was conflict, there was resolution, and everyone kind of found a happy ending. Overall, I'm giving this series a 4. Each individual book, Before She Ignites is a 4. As She Ascends, I'm giving a 4 as well. But When She Reigns, I'm giving a 4.5. So as a whole, I absolutely love this series. I definitely recommend it. But I will say that if you struggle with anxiety, maybe take a second when you're reading this book, going into it, knowing that the author describes panic attacks perfectly. I know myself, I don't really struggle with anxiety, but I know plenty of people that do, and know that reading this series, the way that the panic attacks are described, could probably send up some triggering effects. So I just want to give you guys a heads up, just in case you want to go into this series, just know that can get intense pretty quickly. Last thing I kind of want to talk about is something that I do on the side in between reading. So part of my routine during the day, I get home, my fiance likes to game, so when he's gaming, I'm reading, and then when we kind of unwind for the night, we'll have dinner and then we'll watch some of our shows. I started cross-stitching a couple years ago and I kind of got back into it. So that's kind of one thing I wanted to show off today. It's just a little bit, it's a beachy theme that I'm working on. It's just one of the things that I'm really in love with right now that kind of helps me calm down during the day without having to escape to a book too. So I can, you know, be in two places at once pretty much. So I can be present with my fiance and watching TV, and I can be unwinding and cross-stitching. So we would love to hear what you guys do, other hobbies outside of reading. Just put a comment below and we'll get back to you when we can. So that's everything from Brittany's Book Corner this month. All right, guys, that's it for me and Brittany's Book Corner for the month of September. Be sure to keep a lookout for our vlogs for our October readathon. I'm sure you guys already saw the announcement from Callie and Bean. If not, the link will be below. Be sure to follow us on our individual Instagrams and our joint Instagram, and be sure to follow us on Goodreads. Everything will be linked below, and like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to click that little bell icon as well. We love to have you guys be notified when we post new videos. Until next time, bye!